evening, everybody. Welcomes all the honorable dignitaries and participants here on the virtual dais for the national webinar on the topic Unleashing the Power of Women, Stories of Inspiration and Triumph. The national webinar has been organized by the college on the occasion of International Women's Day. The purpose behind arranging this national webinar is to exchange knowledge through the keynote speech by the honorable dignitary and fruitful discussion after the keynote speech. For this national webinar, I am feeling immense pleasure to welcome the chairperson of this national webinar, Honorable Principal Dr. M. Ambedkar sir. I am also very happy to welcome today's keynote speaker, Honorable Dr. Zubaida Anwar ma'am, HOD Department of Hindi, Montfort College from Bangalore. I also welcome IQAC Coordinator, Dr. Sanjay Kale sir, Dr. Anita Dhole ma'am, and the whole of the organizing committee of this week-long webinar series, which is organized on the occasion of or to celebrate International Women's Day. We all are very eager to listen the keynote speech by the speaker, but before that, I would like to invite Dr. Anita Dhole ma'am to introduce today's chief guest and keynote speaker. Please ma'am, welcome.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, everyone. You are welcome to this webinar organized by Shri Kumarswami Mahavidy, Ausa. I would like to thank respected Principal Dr. Ambedkar MM for giving me this opportunity to introduce a resource person on this virtual platform. I am also thankful to respected Karad sir and IQAC coordinator, respected Kale sir, and many special thanks goes to all the respected participants, those are joining this webinar. So today's topic of presentation is Unleashing the Power of Women, Stories of Inspiration and Triumph. Today's keynote speaker is Honorable Dr. Zubaida Anwar ma'am, who is HOD Department of Hindi from Montfort College, Bangalore. Her educational qualification is BSc, B.Ed, MA, PhD and DCA. She has 20 years of teaching experience. She has international work platform experience like subject expert to IGCSE curriculum at Singapore, and she has registered as a teaching faculty in UK. She is author of one book. She has published a number of articles in reputed journals. She has been invited by Liverpool University, London, to present a paper and was a prime speaker in many FDP organized many workshops and seminars. She has given many talks as a guest speaker in many national, international conferences. She knows various languages like English, Hindi, Urdu, Malayalam, Tamil, Kannada, etc. So with this brief introduction, I request today's keynote speaker, Honorable Dr. Zubaida ma'am, please start your speech and presentation. Thank you. Welcome, ma'am.
Yes, it's my pleasure. My dear friends, it's my pleasure. In fact, you have given a very long introduction about myself. It's my pleasure. I'm so honored. Special thanks to Dr. Bedkar sir, for arranging such a wonderful series of conferences and webinars. And last time also, I remember during this Teachers' Day, the Women's Day, time, a series of conferences principal has organized. Heartfelt dhanyawad aapko bhi, sir. And shall we start?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You can start.
Yeah, I'll just share my PPT with you all.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you all see the PPT? The slides, is it visible?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Still, it is not displayed.
It's okay,
Is
madam.
it visible?
Yes.
Is it visible now?
Visible, visible.
Okay. So, good evening to one and all present here. I take this opportunity to present a beautiful topic right in front of you, that is Unleashing the Power of Women, Stories of Inspiration and Triumph. First, let me just give a brief thing about why do we celebrate, why March 8th is special, what does it make so special. So we celebrate this day as International Women's Day, celebrated annually on March 8th. It's a global event. We are not only celebrating here in India. It is a global event that acknowledges the social, economic, cultural and political achievements of women. The day is not only an opportunity to celebrate women's contribution, also a chance to call for gender equality. Okay, and let us just have a glimpse how for everything, just behind every celebration there must be some logic. Why we have selected this particular day. A brief introduction about why people have selected March 8th as International Women's Day. So, it has its roots in the labor movement. It originated in the early 19s when women in various countries began organizing and campaigning for better working conditions, for higher wages and the right to vote. So three things I would like to highlight here. One is better working condition, another is higher wages and the right to vote. All the three were denied. We were deprived. The women were deprived of all the three. Though they were working along with the men, their wages were lesser than them and they were not given the right to vote. So on March 8th, what happened? In 1908, thousands of women in New York City took to the streets to demand. So what is the next option? In India, we call it as Satyagraha and protest. But in European countries also, they all came to street to demand better working condition, shorter hours and the right to vote. So in 1910, the Socialist International declared March 8th as International Women's Day, and the tradition has continued ever since. So whoever is watching, my heartfelt happy Women's Day to all the ladies wing, those who are listening, and simultaneously, let me acknowledge the contribution, the involvement of all the men to support all the ladies. So we are not going ahead with any feminism, any controversy, any argument here. To have a successful society, it is equally men and women. We have to respect each other. We have to have concern for each other. Then we can see what beautiful miracles can happen. Okay, without wasting my time, let me start with a particular ladies wing of Kerala, which is known as Kudumbashri. So in Kudumba means in Malayalam, it is a word in Malayalam. Kudumba means family. Shri means prosperity. So always we take the word prosperity usually with the C. Now if we have what you call Varamahalakshmi Vrata, all this festival, most of the things are related to the prosperity thing. So let us see how this, can you all see a beautiful smile on this lady's faces? Let's see what is the reason behind it. So it is rethinking poverty and gender changed 5 million lives in Kerala. My dear friends, today nearly 5 million women are part of Kudumbashri, making it the world's largest women empowerment project. And all this in nearly 2 decades ago. The state began Kudumbashri, a path-breaking venture that has considerably helped eradicate poverty in the region. So this is what just want to depict in my topic, stories of inspiration and triumph. So somewhere someone should inspire you. Whatever we do, it should be some type of contribution either to the family, to the society, to the same gender, whatever it is. So here Kudumbashri, I have the privilege to meet these ladies because I'm from Kerala. Whenever I visit my hometown, I have seen these ladies, a group of ladies, including the driving. When they take up a task or responsibility, every single thing is handled by them. So if you are coming to a particular place to distribute something, the attendants will be ladies, the driver will be a lady, and everything. So it is a completely ladies' wing. It organizes poor women at the grassroots level and enhances their socio-economic standing through microcredits and women empowerment. See, some people, all of them are not privileged enough to get education. So what about the sector of people, those who are not educated? How are they going to, go ahead with their livelihood? So these type of schemes come out to rescue ladies who are not so educated. Now here you can see they have done a fantastic job during COVID. So Kerala's Kudumbashri feeds workers during COVID lockdown. Big hats off to all these ladies, those who are ready to work. They come out of their home by fulfilling their responsibilities at home and to serve the society. The second person I would like to say, her name is Sadu Marada Timmakka. She is from Karnataka. Sadu Marada. Marada in Kannada means tree. Okay. And let us see, she is a very big environmentalist. Today we know that each one of us have some responsibilities towards Mother Earth also. We are going ahead with the global warming, and European countries have taken this issue very seriously. Let us see how this lady has inspired to safeguard the environment. So Salu Marada Timmakka, Salu in the sense, she has planted 385 banyan trees along a 45-kilometer stretch of highway between Hulikal and Kudur. She has also planted nearly 8,000 other trees. My dear friends, do we have time to water a plant today? Do we have time? If we have a rooftop garden, see, even I am a plant lover. I love to do gardening, but due to many circumstances, certain times I won't be able to. So just imagine what is her age and what is her high level of thinking. So 8,000, planting nearly 8,000 trees, it is really remarkable. So she was honored, and her work has been honored with the National Citizens Award of India. Her work was recognized by the Government of India, and she was conferred with the Padma Shri. So really, a big round of applause for Sanu Marada Timmakka. She's an environmentalist. Next, you all may be familiar with this picture. She is Biocon Chief Kiran Mazumdar Shah. Kiran Mazumdar Shah, she is the Biocon chief. Biocon is a company which deals with the pharmaceutical. So she started Biocon. Now I just want to inform you that she has started her Biocon in 1978 in the garage of a rented house in Bangalore with a seed capital of 10,000. Although it was a joint venture, Indian law restricted foreign ownership to only 30% of the company, which meant that 70% of the company belonged to Kiran Mazumdar Shah. Biocon Limited is an Indian biopharmaceutical company based in Bangalore. It was founded by Kiran Mazumdar Shah in 1978. So the capital, the income, what she has started was only 10,000. It is a strong willpower and dedication, and her far-sighted vision to go ahead made her to make her dream a real one. Next, it is all our young heroine of our India. She's Sania Mirza. the first Muslim fighter pilot. So when we hear the name pilot, and especially when we add a word fighter pilot, you can just assume what type of the level of responsibility what she will be having. And more interestingly, how are we going to inspire from this young girl? That is more interesting. She is a resident of Uttar Pradesh, Mirzapur, all set to become India's first female Muslim fighter pilot after securing an 149th rank in National Defense Academy. My dear friends, let me tell you that she is not from any academically high, elite family. She is the daughter of a TV mechanic. The budding fighter pilot completed her high school at Pandit Chintam Hindu College in her village. First Muslim girl pilot and a state IAF pilot.
Bala.
Yes. Yes, sky is the limit. Mirza has successfully secured one of the 2 seats reserved for female candidates in the fighter pilot wing. It is not at all easy, like how APJ Abdul Kalam said, the dreams are not something what you see when you sleep. Dream is something which will not let you sleep. So to crack NTA exam, to secure a rank, and to get into this difficult sector of a fighter pilot job, it was not at all easy. And then both the parents are so proudly, they said, our daughter has made us an entire village proud. She's not from any cosmopolitan city, my dear friends. She's from an ordinary village, and her father was a TV mechanic. Can you just connect the link between from where to where she has raised herself? So definitely this have to be, a source of inspiration for all of us. The next, I would like to mention Roshni Mukherjee. Now, Roshni Mukherjee is she's the owner of Learno Hub. From the word itself, you can make out it is something to do with education. Learno Hub, a free learning platform for more than a decade that delivers quality educational content and makes education affordable and accessible. Let me just stress these 2 points. One is affordable and another is accessible. See, we have witnessed all these things at the time of COVID, when our students, when teachers were not able to, go and teach, when the students were denied of a physical contact and a physical attention to the classrooms, due to the technology, we never missed teaching learning process. So Roshni Mukherjee has done a tremendous work here. She created a learning platform, and she has started content for learners across grades, starting from nursery rhymes for toddlers to complex concept of science and math for high schoolers. This is something fantastic because each one of us, we will be able to manage a particular sector. Okay, but here from nursery rhymes for toddlers, she took up the challenge of teaching physics, science, and maths for high schoolers. And here she was awarded as EduTuber President Award. She has in her credit 7,000 video lessons, and she has a YouTube channel with more than 2 million subscribers. That is really, really awesome. That means how many students would have been, benefited. She has won the EduTuber President Award and has a name in the 100 Women Achievers of India. So all these things we must consider that if we decide and dedicate little bit time and in the circle of perfection, if we try, definitely we can achieve many things. Ladies, the women have that power to achieve many things once she decided, once she come out with a strong dedication and willpower. The next picture you all must be very familiar. She's none other than Medha Patkar, a social activist. See, my dear friends, I just don't want to name politician. She's a social activist. Today, these 2 terms we have to differentiate separately. A person can be a politician due to various reasons. I don't want to get into all those things because politics is not my cup of tea. Yeah, neither I'm interested. Social activist in the sense someone is doing something for the sake of society, for the upliftment of something, to rescue some people, those who are in trouble. These type of people who work relentlessly without expecting anything from anyone, we can name them as social activists. So let us see in what way Medha Patkar was very famous. Now, she was born as Medha Khanolkar on December 1st in 1954 in Mumbai, Maharashtra, the daughter of Vasant Khanolkar, a freedom fighter and labor union leader, and his wife Indumati Khanolkar, a gazetted officer. So here you can see she is from an elite family where all are educated, all are into this type of social work. This is the place where I would like to compare Sania. Sania, she was deprived of all these things. In spite of that, she took to a challenge to write her NDA exam. Whereas Medha Patkar, already, you have the support. You have that that ambience at home. Both father and mother of Medha Patkar was highly educated and they were into this social active things, and she has one brother, Mahesh Khanolkar, an architect. Indian social activists known chiefly for her work with people displayed by the Narmada Valley Development Project. Now, let me tell you, whenever we go ahead with some renovation, some progression, some development, definitely the other side we can see some damage to someone. Yes, something. That is the reason we need metro, we need subways, we need many other things. We need, IT sector, huge buildings, but at the cost of cutting trees. Because, that is the reason even the environmentalists, they say, see, the side you need development and another side without exploitation, without touching the nature. How can we build all these things? So it is actually a topic to be debated. What she said is a large-scale plan to dam the Narmada River and its tributaries in the Indian states of Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, and Maharashtra. An advocate of human rights, Patkar founded her campaign on two basic tenets in Indian constitution: the rights to life and to livelihood. What she said is, I'm not against this project, but the people, those who are displaced, what are you going to do with them? Where they will be evacuated, where they will be replaced. Okay, so the Narmada Valley project, she was the main person who fought for this particular thing. Now, here you can see many ladies with the pink saris, and usually, when we celebrate, in a brochure also, principal has made it very clear, whoever has, prepared that brochure, that pink touch. Okay, no, we usually, when we, play with children, girls usually, they would like to take pink color, and boys, they would like to take blue color. So then and there, it's some type of the nature itself has given some type of biodiversity. Now, ASHA workers, these are the set of ladies trained to, go ahead with their health-related issues during the COVID. So, I have given the title, they were the real COVID warriors. Let us see why they have named it as ASHA. One of the key components of National Rural Health Mission is to provide every village in the country with a trained female community health activist. Why they have trained female community health activists? Many problems related to ladies. See, they are so vulnerable to many diseases, whether it is what you call girls, whether it is women, due to many reasons, the certain things they feel free only to be talked to female doctors. So these group were specially trained, the ASHA, the full formers, accredited social health activists, selected from the village itself and accountable to it. The ASHA will be trained to work as an interface between the community and the public health system. So they have played the role of a bridge which connects common person with the health system. I have seen the tremendous work of ASHA workers during COVID when all were seated inside. They were the one who came outside to collect the sample, to create awareness, to make sure that in every home people are doing good. So a big round of applause to all the ASHA workers. See, in case like in the freedom struggle, somewhere they were seated at, they stood back somewhere in their home, but the main leaders, they came out to fight. So these were the group of trained ladies. They came out and they promised to themselves that we will ensure the safety, especially women and children. So in Hindi, the meaning of Asha's ray of hope, really the title suits them. Next, these are the two most, the lovely two females whom I admire the most. Can you identify? Do you have any idea who are they? Any idea? Helen Keller and Annie Sullivan. Helen Keller and Annie Sullivan. My dear friends, would you like to say something about them? Do you know who are they? Any answers? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, audible.
Yes, ma'am. You are audible.
Yeah. Please, it will be my pleasure if you say something, because otherwise it will be like, it is not a classroom. You are all grown-up intellectuals, and the only thing is that I am seated this side and you are listening. So do you want to say something related to these two, which has so much thing, when it compared to education system? That is the reason I throw a question to you. Anything would you like to share?
Sanjay Kumar sir want to speak. Please unmute yourself and say something.
Please, sir. Please, sir. Okay, no problem. Now let me tell you, these two, one is a child and another is a teacher. They have created, they have changed the definition of education. First, let me say about the Helen Keller. Helen Keller was afflicted at the age of 19. When she was 19 months old, she was affected with an illness possibly called the scarlet fever, and that left her blind and deaf. That has left her blind and deaf. Can you just imagine if the power switched off and if any infection happens to our ear or eyes, we will feel that, okay, my God, when is it going to clear? Because all these sense organs are God's gift. A few minutes of darkness we just can't bear. Just imagine when the child was 19 months, she lost both her vision and hearing power. She was examined by Alexander Graham Bell at the age of 6. As a result, he sent to her a 20-year-old teacher, Annie Sullivan, from the Perkins Institution for the Blind in Boston. Now, usually, we will lose all the hope when we feel that someone has lost the vision and hearing power. Annie Sullivan, that is where Annie Sullivan Mackey, a beautiful teacher, is entering into Helen Keller's life. So Annie Sullivan Mackey was an American teacher, best known for being the instructor and lifelong companion of Helen Keller. If you refer, the textbook of CBSE, ICSE and any English literature, usually they keep a chapter on Helen Keller and Annie Sullivan because this inspires student community a lot. Today's student community, they are highly privileged. Whatever is their, parents' financial situation, in the financial crisis also, parents make sure that my daughter or my son is getting the best education. So in spite of that, they feel very difficult to cope up with the syllabus. Every now and then they come out with some or the other grievances. Okay, so such students, Helen Keller stand as a role model despite of her she lost her vision and hearing capacity. At the age of 5, Sullivan contracted trachoma. When she was 5 years old, Sullivan contracted the bacterial eye disease called trachoma, which caused many painful infection and over time made her nearly blind. Then what has happened? She promised that, okay, at any cost, I'm not going to leave this child. Because with lots of hope, Helen Keller's parents, they felt so bad because, who will be, happy to see that, if their, the children, they are deaf and dumb. And this is the place where Annie Sullivan is taking this as a challenge. She promised, okay, as much as possible. This is the place where we say that, more than understanding a particular person, you have to identify the strength and weakness of a student, then you get into the chapter, then you get into the subject. Today, Sarah, what are we doing? Because as teachers, we all have time constraint. University will offer a syllabus thing to us with the 55 to 56 classes are allotted, and every 50 minutes is very precious. And somewhere we will feel that the connectivity is not there between the student and the teacher. So here, the first word what Helen Keller learned was Annie Sullivan. She took some water droplets and put it in her palm. Then she slowly whispered something to her ear. The child was not able to because she can't see, she can't hear. My dear friends, it is a source of inspiration. This is a beautiful story between a teacher and a student. They made it very clear that with your hard work, and she was the first blind student to graduate from the City of America, and the whole credit goes to her teacher, Annie Sullivan. Next, it is my pleasure to talk about Sudha Murthy. She's none other than the wife of Infosys Foundation Director, Narayan Murthy. Okay, now Sudha Murthy is an Indian educator, author, and philanthropist who's chairperson of the Infosys Foundation. She's married to the co-founder of Infosys, N.R. Narayan Murthy. Murthy was awarded the Padma Shri, the fourth highest civilian award in India for social work by the government of India. Whenever, if you get a chance, please buy Sudha Murthy's books. She is an excellent writer, especially when it comes to children collection. She has written many stories, many story collection. There is one important story I remember, how I taught my grandmother to read. Very interesting. So today, in this era, the habit of reading is slowly disappearing. Obviously, when everything is available in a click of button, who will be interested to turn the pages and read? But reading, by imagining yourself in that particular character, and this habit should not be disappeared. So if you have some, small kids in the sense from the age of 7 to 12 or so, definitely they will enjoy Sudha Murthy's books. So Murthy was awarded the Padma Shri, the fourth highest civilian award in India for social work by the government of India in 2006. Later in 2023, she was awarded Padma Bhushan, the third highest civilian award in India. She began her professional career in computer science and engineering. See, basically she's an engineer. She's the chairperson of the Infosys Foundation and a member of the public healthcare initiatives of the Gates Foundation. She has founded several orphanages. See, this is the reason I said she's not only a writer, she's a philanthropist, participated in rural development efforts, supported the movement to provide all Karnataka government schools with computer and library facilities. This is where, if God has given us something in the form of money, in the form of education, in the form of any good things, whatever the gods give, until and unless we distribute, we open the doors to others, it is not going to do. There is a saying, only Vidya, the more you distribute, the more you give to others, that will increase all our other wealth. It will start reducing once we start using it. But the knowledge is the only wealth the more you give, the more you share, the more you will be rewarded and you will become very strong in your knowledge. So here she made it very clear that, all the government school with computer, she will provide with the computer and library facilities and established Murthy Classical Library of India at Harvard University. Yes. Now we can see here the multitasking phase of the world. Now, can anyone say about this picture? What do you understand? How can you define the role of a woman in today's era? We all have our sisters, mother, daughters, wives, grandmoms, it is a family. So I'm not identifying here as segregating as he is man, she is female, nothing like that. Okay, everybody we know that to have a smooth functioning of the family, we have to help each other. We have to have concern for each other. We should not degrade anyone. All are equally important. See, we have 5 fingers. We can't say that, okay, this is tall, this is short, yeah, this is a little one. Until and unless all the fingers are together, we won't be able to hold a cup. So that shows the unity, the power. And here, sometimes men take a lead, sometimes a female takes a lead. But let me tell you, unanimously, we all agree, female is the only species, only person in the world who can both balance her work as well as her home. How many of you agree? I'm not going to give any ratings here. This is a general opinion. All the working women you should have observed. After the work, men, they may come home and have a cup of tea and relax. Okay, that is their area of work is different. But a female does not have this liberty. Whatever she works outside, she has to leave all her pressure outside and come back and take care of children, take care of the cooking part, simultaneously get prepared for the other tasks. But again, she does all these things with a smile on her face. So don't you feel that it is our responsibility to respect her, to give her own space and encourage her and motivate her? And tomorrow, let them take a lead. Let them take a lead through the right channel. Let us encourage. Now, what is happening? Some urban, rural areas where girl children are denied of education. Are they born only to cook? Are they born only to work? Are they here only to be like slaves or someone? No, they have a multifaceted, and once you give an opportunity, every girl child is going to become a sparkling star in their life. So let us encourage, motivate, take care of every female, like how Mahatma Gandhi has said. I believe that the true freedom will happen when at 12 o'clock in the midnight also, even if a lady can walk freely. So let us all make our country a beautiful place to live, and certain culture, certain protocols. It is time for us to train our children at home. Tomorrow, if they want to live freely, tomorrow, if they want to, talk about their rights, tomorrow, if they want to do something extraordinary for the nation, we must encourage them. We must motivate them. And my dear friends, thank you for giving me an opportunity, and especially to Bedkar sir. Within short span of time, he always been, whenever I encourage sir to connect with some of the topics or webinars, only one thing he asked, madam, are you free? Can you do it? And he will leave all those, what you call the topic discussion, selection, everything. And congratulations to the entire team for making your valuable presence here. And I'm so privileged to be a part and parcel of this journey. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for your very informative and inspiring speech about the power of women. Now, after this enlightening speech, I would like to invite participants for presenting their opinions, views, or they can become a part of discussion. Please, participants.
Yeah, sure. Any questions? Anything you would like to know? Okay, at least will you be motivated, some source of inspiration? Yeah, did you will you be able to learn about some the inspirational stories of these great personalities? Few names, do you remember?
From your speech, everyone is remembers, madam. Those
Yeah,
were Sudha Murthy and
very good.
Kerala madam.
Please don't feel that I am asking some question like how after the class suddenly I equally respect each one of you. In fact, my son helped me to come out with a beautiful presentation. So it is not that only ladies. We are not going ahead with that concept. Equality that matters a lot. One special day to acknowledge the duty, the contribution by women. That's all. So hope you all have.
Good evening. This is Padiyuddin Ahmed from Hyderabad.
Sir.
You rightly mentioned everything, but there is no substitute for the woman's role in the society. And the day from the world has been created with Allah, Almighty Allah. She has been playing a very vital role in upbringing the men also.
Correct.
Whatever the muscle power, men power, whatever, but there is no substitute of the woman power in this world.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your high level of thinking, sir. That is how we have to motivate them. Good. Thank you. What you said is right, because if you teach a woman, she is going to teach the family. The whole family will be.
Exactly.
Yeah. That is how the culture. That is the reason when you scold something, also they will not scold father. Immediately they will ask, "This is your mother. This is what you learned from your mother." Okay, so that again shows that a female has more responsibility. So until and unless she is educated, what lessons she will be able to pass it to them. Okay.
Hyderabad Dakkan, that Maka Pali Darsgai. It is an institution starting, where everything is learned by whether a female baby or male baby, over maybe everything comes from mothers. So mother is the first school, and that's really great honor. We should honor. If somebody is not doing, it will be very unfortunate. He cannot really prosper in his life. What I feel personally.
Correct.
Multitasking, as rightly mentioned by you, yes. We are not paying to a wife or mother what she does for us. We are not paying. Despite she does the job and also she takes care of the household affairs. For household affairs, we are not paying to the mother, to the wife, the sister. That's how that you cannot really have word to say about the women. We must just salute, and that's always high respect, and we should pray for their good health. And they are really.
May Almighty fulfill all your duas, all your prayers, and we need a strong ladies' wing to lead the nation. My dear friends, thank you.
Madam?
Yes? Yes,
Hello, madam. Good evening. Myself, Dr. Mrs. Smita Suresh Giri. I'm from Maharashtra, Kolhapur.
Okay.
Whatever I feel from your lecture that all the women now face a lot. We are knowing that we are women, but every responsibility which comes from the society, it is like this, that you are the woman and you can do this. So maybe it is very basic in nature, or maybe as right now you have said that's valuable. So everything, that responsibility she can handle, but whatever it happens right now from the childhood, that girls or that women, with them, when they are to be fighting with their society, with their home, and they are doing all the duties for their home,
correct,
for their families.
Yes.
So this impact is much more crucial for us. Actually, this lecture, it is very valuable for us, because we want to give that the message that yes, we are women, but we want just only one thing, that as a human, you just treat us. We can do everything, whatever possible. It is not like that. They are Yeah, they are giving that your status forward. You are baby. You are something like that. You can do everything. Okay,
Yes.
but what about themselves? The second part, they are avoiding their own responsibilities. This is the one black point which comes up. And right now, as I'm talking about that youngsters. They the of pills and they told me that madam, this is happening, but we are feeling as a young India leaders, we are just thinking about that. We both are humans. We are responsible for the family, and both are to be having that equal and what we can say, respectful their own dignities. So it's like that.
Yes. So
Yes.
this teaching we have to start from our own home. If we have son
Yeah.
and daughter, let us train them. Let us make my son to make a cup of coffee whenever she is tired. So then and there we can just hand over certain responsibilities. Yeah, obviously your question.
Yes, it happens.
Also.
Yes, yes. Youngsters, they are facing all this one and they are agreed. They are not having that type of purposeful nature. But whatever now, yeah. So middle age, that person saw that their mentality, if it will be there and it will do like that, which is a bad impact on society. So it is very much crucial points for us.
Correct.
So this I want to explain that both are humans, both are equal, and both can do. Only whole this system, it is only for the future conservation. So whatever it is to be, they can give that respect to each other.
According to me, the problem starts when you start comparing things unnecessarily. See, there is no comparison between sun and moon. They shines when their time comes. So once we start to dominate others, there the problem starts. If I feel okay, whatever I am doing, it is for the sake of someone. I am doing my job. Then let me not degrade. Yeah, let me not dominate. Also, if we have this equal mentality, the other sector also will start respecting us.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yes, equality.
Yeah, yes. That is.
Yes. That's what I said. As a human, they have to. Yes, and this is the change which we'll see.
Yes.
What, Madam, Dr. Smita.
Thank you, madam.
Dr. Zubaida, Madam, my concern is that the person like Ekta Kapoor should have been sent the message that the serial she brings up is what the entire. So what my personal observation, of course, but whatever little experience of the life I've been seeing, watching that this is spoiling the society, the sort of, as you rightly mentioned, the comparison and competition, these two must be avoided to overcome the conflicts of interest. If you forgiving and forgetfulness, if you adopt in the life, that things automatically get resolved. There is nobody is great and nobody is something great. So that is equally, and that's what I have been finding, that there is a problem with the media. Media is playing a very bad role in this type of problems.
Yes. Now, okay, so that's correct. But unfortunately, we have to live in a society where both good and bad elements are there. No, I can't say that, okay, you don't watch TV, you don't go to, see, this is a place where our individual passion should help us to protect, okay, this is my deadline. I am not supposed to do this. If you have a protocol, see, what is the relevance of Indian Constitution? The Constitution clearly says the laws. Why do we have certain rules at home? See, we will make a note. Okay, after 6 o'clock, better you don't go out. Yeah, sometimes you don't do this, you do this. Why? So that we can bring everything in a track of discipline. So we can tell them that, okay, if you follow the rules and other thing, though, see, let me just come out with the Doha. See, Rahim has said, always in a sandalwood tree, you can find a serpent, which is twirling. But at any cost, the poison of a serpent, the snake, will not come into the sandalwood tree. Neither the fragrance of sandalwood tree will be there in the serpent. Though they are staying together, you should know how to segregate yourself. You should know what am I supposed to do. If we can bring up this culture in our children, let them be with anyone, let them watch anything, let them hear anything, but they will not be ruined. They will not get distracted.
Exactly, you're right. You're right.
Thank you, Honorable Dr. Badiuddin sir, for your valuable opinion. And thank you, Dr. Smita ma'am, for your views and the participation in discussion. Now, is there anybody else who wants to discuss? Please.
Anyone else? Just now I received a message from my friend Dr. Fahima Hassan. She's in USA. We have studied together. I'm so glad when I shared the link, even she sent a message. Loved your presentation to others here. I'm her friend in 11th and 12th. I'm so glad to say that my friend, she's in USA now, even she's watching and commenting. That is a miracle of technology also. Yes, I'm so happy. Anyone else?
The broader message is that only one slogan: need to learn to respect others. Simple thing. Give respect and take it. If you follow in the life, nothing will go wrong. Oh, that is problem. Ego must go.
Yes.
Very informative and enlightening keynote speech and the meaningful discussion after it.
Yes.
Now, I would like to request the chairperson of this webinar, Honorable Dr. M. Ambedkar sir, for his concluding words. Please, sir, welcome.
Thank you, Professor Karad sir, and today's resource person, Professor Dr. Zubaida Anwar madam, organizing team members, those who have introduced Dr. Dole madam, those who have joined here from my college, and daily joining members, Prashant Ugade sir, Jamundrao sir, also Dr. Badiuddin Ahmed sir from Hyderabad, Smita Giri madam from Kolhapur. All the participants, those who are joining from yesterday, strength is increasing day by day. Yesterday it was nearly 40, but now today we have crossed 40. And the basic theme of today's for the celebration of the International Women Day, the idea was given by Madam herself. She sent the first message that what is the plan of in this year, sir. Yes, last year we have also contributed. So from that, I accepted your suggestion and just give a message. And all the women resource persons, those who are willing to join, they have now up to 16th March. They are willing to join. I may make a schedule. And one resource person that she was not free for today. So she delivered the talk at yesterday. So all contribution goes to you, and thank you to you, madam, for giving this idea to conduct the series for this Women's Day.
Thank you so much, Bedkar sir. Thank you so much for giving me an opportunity. This is the second time I'm coming to your session, webinar session.
Yes. But for this series, all credit goes to you because it is started up to the 16th. So it was a very nice listening daily, because every women resource person is celebrating this day on various topics, not a single topic. Also, you have explained all today's those who have inspiring personalities from women area, maybe from fighter pilot Sudha Murthy, and all these things. You are also one thing new for me, that you are knowing more than half dozen of language. You are command on that half dozen of language. So being Kerala, you are still knowing the culture also. Lastly, you have said the Doha Prime. So all the your study shows that you are very best working in this world, in this field, and also you are content writer, book writer. So we are proud that the resource person like you are always touch with us, and they are contributing for the society, for us also. In future also, you are also invited respectfully. And thank you to all the participants. Please join up to the 16th. If the series is continued to next, then you can always invited by us to you. Thank you, madam.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you all for your patient listening. Thank you, sir.
Just wait for formal vote of thanks, please.
Now I am here for the formal vote of thanks. First of all, I would like to thank today's chief guest and keynote speaker, Honorable Dr. Zubaida Anwar ma'am, who has delivered a very nice lecture. In it, we came to know about the inspiring women personalities who have made a big change in our society and contributed to the development of the nation. So thank you, ma'am, for your keynote speech. I also thank Dr. M.M. Bedkar, sir, who is the chief organizer of the webinar series, and because of whom we are going to have the feed of different keynote speeches from keynote speakers from all over the country and different parts of the world. So thank you, sir. I also thank Dr. Anita Dhole ma'am, who has given very good introduction of today's chief guest and keynote speaker. I also thank the whole of organizing committee and the participants who are regularly joining the webinars. So thank you to all. And I request participants, the feedback link has been given in the message box. So fill it to have your certificate. Thanks to all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Namaste.